Since 1939, he's been the world's greatest detective, keeping Gotham City and, heck, the entire world, no, the entire universe safe from threats local, intergalactic, and supernatural. No matter how bad, no matter how overwhelming the odds, he always manages to save the day, but nothing, no human lasts forever. Who do we turn to when he's gone? What happens after? Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is the history of Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond is an animated series that ran for 3 seasons, a total of 52 episodes from January of 1999 through December of 2001. It was created by Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, and Alan Burnett, 3 of the core creators and producers of the DC animated universe. It was a narrative and commercial reaction to the need to replace Batman with something after he was gone. It follows the story of a new Batman, the second Batman, one that echoes the Batman we're familiar with, but is very different in both form and function. Sporting a sleek, new, high-tech batsuit with wings on his back and rockets in the boots that allow him to fly, he's one part Batman, one part Iron Man, facing the threats of Neo-Gotham City in the distant future of the year 2039. Batman is now Terry McGinnis, a teenager whom fate brings to Wayne Manor to meet the weird old recluse living there, the Bruce Wayne, and his dog Ace. Of course, Terry stumbles into the Batcave, steals the high-tech batsuit in search of revenge for the murder of his own father, bonds with Bruce, and ultimately earns his trust and blessing to take on the mantle, the legacy of Batman. But Bruce himself isn't done with fighting crime entirely now that he thinks of it. His advanced age and deteriorating physical form might prevent him from punching bad guys directly, but he can still act as a mentor to Terry, allowing him to punch them indirectly with his influence. By day, Terry tries to balance his time being employed by Bruce as his driver and general helper with the responsibilities he has to his own life and family. By night, Bruce is his guide through the ups and downs of fighting crime in a future time. Long gone are Bruce's associates like Commissioner Gordon, Lucius Fox, or even the Robins, Tim Drake and Dick Grayson. Deceased or retired themselves, moved on to other interests beyond a war against crime in Gotham. Bruce and Terry must find their way with the help of new allies like Commissioner Barbara Gordon and Maxine Max Gibson, computer hacker extraordinaire. Most of Batman's old rogues gallery are also dead or retired. Most of them. But in their place are new threats like Blight, Inc., and the Royal Flush Gang, further convincing Bruce that not only can he not give up the fight, but that there must always be a Batman forever protecting Gotham now and into the future. The future. From 1992 through 1999, Bruce Wayne as Batman was featured in Batman the Animated Series and its direct sequel, The New Batman Adventures. That's 109 episodes of Batman. You gotta fill that airtime with something when it ends, something that has Batman in it. In 1996, Superman got his own animated series, officially cementing the shared DC animated universe across the 2 series. In time, Static Shock, the Justice League, and Justice League Unlimited would all further expand on the alternate timeline of the DC universe. Batman Beyond would jump ahead in that timeline to see what the world looked like decades in the future, long after the events of the Justice League animated series, which, in our world, hadn't been developed yet. Here I am just assuming you know who Batman is. Really should have covered this at the top. Do we have time for this right now? Imagine the world's richest man, a guy without any superpowers, wearing a bat-themed costume, driving a bat-themed car. He's got a belt with pockets chock full of gadgets and inventions of his own making that assist him in the never-ending fight against crime in Gotham City. A heck of a martial artist, the world's greatest detective, a guy, in all honesty, big on criminal justice reform, soft on capital punishment.
You think you know Batman? Go beyond! Batman Beyond. To the future, in a whole new Gotham City, where evil is no joke, and Batman is beyond anything you've seen before, with fresh new suits and kicking new gear. The future knight has a hidden new power. Now he flies, and kicks that clown into tomorrow. This is Lightning Storm. Now evil is mocked, rocked, and shocked. You think you know Batman? Now he's younger, he's faster, he's cooler, he's you. I am Batman. Each sold separately. Go beyond! Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond was a continuation of the world of Batman the Animated Series. As such, Kevin Conroy returned to voice Old Man Bats. Will Friedle took on the role of Terry McGinnis, Cree Summer voiced Max Gibson, and I would be remiss if I didn't note that Ace the Bat-Hound was played by the one, the only Frank Megatron Welker. Other guest appearances included John Cipher, Michael Rosenbaum, William H. Macy, Tress MacNeille, George Takei, Linda Hamilton, Stacy Keach, Clancy Brown, Tim Curry, Diedrich Bader, Kurtwood Smith, and lots of others.
The reason that bad things happen to you is because you're a dumbass.
In December of 2000, nearing the end of the third season, a direct-to-video feature-length film was released titled Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. Just as Kevin Conroy returned to the series to voice Batman, Joker alum Mark Hamill returned to voice the Joker. The film was actually released direct-to-video twice, the first time as a heavily edited cut, and then again 2 years later with all the violence put back in, this time earning a PG-13 rating for that violence, making it the first animated Batman film from Warner Brothers to be labeled as such. Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker's supporting video games would also serve as the first appearance of Terry McGinnis' Batman on home consoles. It was released on PlayStation, Nintendo 64, and Game Boy Color, each allowing future Batman to punch his way through side-scrolling adventures in Neo-Gotham. From 1999 through 2000, Batman Beyond was supported by a series of DC Animated Universe comics published by DC Comics. First a 6-issue limited series, and then 24 issues of an ongoing title. Once the animated series itself had ended, Terry, or a character wearing a suit just like his, would make a few cameo appearances here and there, one time even being identified as a version of sometimes Robin Tim Drake from the future, as opposed to the Terry McGinnis of the animated series. DC would flirt with his introduction to the DC Universe proper, and in 2010 it would become official. A 6-issue series simply titled Batman Beyond brought Terry McGinnis' story into the actual future, or at least one potential version of Terry McGinnis in one potential version of the actual future. In 2011, an ongoing series would continue to expand the Batman Beyond universe, a timeline reaching out from the animated series into the comics, merging with elements of the main continuity itself. After 8 issues, it gets muddy. DC reboots their entire universe with the New 52, so what is and what isn't actual continuity gets even harder to know for sure, especially for a company that has so openly embraced the multiverse. Yes, there are more comics, both online and in print. Sometimes it's Terry as Batman under the guidance of Bruce, sometimes it's Terry under the guidance of Tim Drake, sometimes this version of Batman is Tim Drake. This future may not even exist if the future of DC is actually the one from Kingdom Come or any of the other potential futures that DC has explored. Every version of Batman has been a boon for comics, for cartoons, and for toys. In the year 2000, Batman Beyond was supported by a Burger King Kids Meal tie-in. At the same time, Hasbro produced figures from 1999 through 2000, most of which were just variations of the same figure with neon armor parts or missile firing action. In 2007, DC Direct released a figure based on the artwork of Ed McGuinness from the series Superman Batman. It looks like the Terry McGinnis Batman, but it's actually a time-displaced Tim Drake in that batsuit. The only thing that can fix that is your imagination. In 2008, DC Universe Classics released both a masked and unmasked version. In 2009, Mattel, as part of the Justice League Unlimited line, released a 3-pack with Bruce Wayne and Justice League of the Future member Warhawk. That same figure would be released single-carded in 2010. Terry, or Tim, would maintain a regular shelf presence over the years, in 2014 as part of the Total Heroes line, in 2015 as part of Mattel's DC Multiverse, in 2017 in DC Collectibles' Batman the Animated Series 3-pack with Bruce and Ace. In 2018, Mezco released an SDCC exclusive 112 figure, and he was even included in 2019's DC Multiverse Lobo Wave series of figures. A handful of Batman Beyond episodes first hit home theaters on VHS back in 1999, but the real home viewing kicks off in March of 2006 with all 13 of the Season 1 episodes, followed in October by all 26 Season 2 episodes. The collection would be completed in March of 2007 with the remaining 13 episodes of Season 3, and then the complete series altogether in 2010. In 2019, the entire series was released again on Blu-ray, all 52 episodes, as well as the uncut PG-13 version of Return of the Joker. 41 episodes got the remaster treatment, as did Return of the Joker. The rest got mailed in as up conversions. Today, only 19 years from the actual future depicted in the series, Batman Beyond is available for purchase or rent on most of your favorite streaming services or on-demand providers. Not you, Netflix! Batman Beyond wasn't an instant hit. It didn't fit with the idea of Batman's future that the fanbase had come to accept as inevitable, the one depicted in Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. It was new and different, and this wasn't one of the Robins taking over. But it would go on to win the affection of the fanbase the same way the previous series had, by telling interesting, new, compelling stories about characters that dealt with issues previously unexplored within the mythology. More significant than that, it helped create a new series full of characters unique to the world of Batman Beyond. The Zeta Project spun off Batman Beyond in 2001, lasting for its own 26 episodes over 2 seasons. While a 4th season of Batman Beyond was announced at the time, it was never actually developed. Batman Beyond was canceled as the production team moved on to development of the previously mentioned Justice League series. The Batman Beyond series is long gone, but the concept and characters live on in other media. Rumors have circulated about a potential Beyond-verse movie, but nothing has ever made it past the rumor stage. It is unlikely that Warner Brothers would want to confuse the audience with such a diversion for the character, especially when they're still trying to figure out what to do with regular Batman. In 2014, in celebration of the 75th anniversary of Batman, a Batman Beyond short created by Darwin Cook premiered at WonderCon. The 1-minute short depicts Terry McGinnis and Bruce Wayne in the Batcave attacked by an android that looks like the Batman from Batman the Animated Series, and several others reflecting the different interpretations of Batman over the years. Batman Beyond depicts one of an infinite number of possible futures for a character that has been around since 1939, about whom thousands of stories have been told. There is no way to guarantee that this future is a certainty, especially for a company that embraces the concept of a multiverse within its established narrative. At any given time, the whole thing could be rebooted to change it, to cement it, to postpone it, or to render it impossible with respect to the mainstream continuity. But as far as the DC animated universe, the Bruce Timm verse, we know how one Batman story ends and the next Batman's begins. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you very much to those of you who already are. If you're in the position to help the channel grow, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com/toygalaxy. Please share this video and let us know in the comments down below what's in your Beyond. A protege to carry on your legacy? A new rogues gallery? A new hat? That's all I had.
A new hat.
That's all I had. Don't set your goals too high.